Welcome back, everybody. We're here to pull cards for September the 11th. We are going to be pulling one card for overall energy. After that, we'll look at a card for each sign and see how those energies work together to create our predictions. If you guys know your rising sign and so your houses, you can get a lot of juice from a reading like this. If you just know your sun sign, you can get a little bit. You can get an interesting amount for yourself and for those friends that you have that you know their sun signs as well. I like our overall energy today. We do have the Archer showing up. This is a very successful, fortuitous card, actually. Talks about the idea of being very focused on having something, creating something, manifesting something in our lives, and um, being very successful with it with the help of spirit. So, spirit is involved in this thing that we are manifesting. So, whether we have asked them or whether this is something that is fated, I'm not so sure that that even matters so much. It's something that we are wanting to create, and it is definitely coming into fruition. So I love, 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 love this energy. Let's see what kind of things we're creating today, starting with Aries. Boop, butter. No, come on. We have such a good overall card. Why you guys got to detract from that? You guys have the Queen of Stones showing up in reverse. Okay, so Aries, this is interesting because you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. What we're seeing here is actually self-sabotage. This is telling me that you have a situation where you could let things remain the same. And it's very comfortable, like you understand how that situation works. You know, it's comfortable in a very uncomfortable kind of way. It's comfortable like tennis shoes that have holes in them because they have been on our feet for so long. They fit our feet exactly, but now there's holes in them. They're comfortable. They're comfortable. May not be totally functional, but they're comfortable. That's kind of the situation that you're finding yourself in. It may not be completely functional, but it's comfortable. Or you can go out and create a completely different situation for yourself, but you don't know exactly how all that works. You don't have an owner's manual for that situation. You would be creating it as you go. Now, there's confusion around this decision right now. And that's what you're creating, that's what you're manifesting. Confusion around this decision. Why? Why are you doing that? Why are you staying in an uncomfortably comfortable place when you could go out and create something that is fantastic, even if it's more work because you just don't know exactly how it's all going to come together yet? Why would you create this confusion? Are you afraid of creating the new? Is that what's going on here, Aries? Let's look at Taurus. We'll see if this turns out to be a good day with this overall energy or not. Okay, Taurus. Page of Vessels, the Otter. Now, this is interesting, Taurus, because this says that somebody is coming to us and expressing how they feel about us. And this is a positive thing, actually, by the way. And so it looks to me like, this is something that we have been working on for a while. So we've been building this bond, we've been building this relationship, we've been, adding to the depth of this relationship for a while. So basically, the natural fruit of that is that, there's going to be at some point this expression of how much we care for each other. In this case, I see this person coming to us and expressing how much they care for us. I can't imagine that that's not going to be reciprocated, especially with our combined card there. So very nice, very nice. Very nice. Next, we're looking at Gemini. Gemini. Okay, Geminis, you guys have the Page of Bows coming up in reverse. Humans are funny things, aren't we? We can take a perfectly positive, good card and we can twist it all up. Okay, so here's the thing. What you're creating here, Geminis, is you're beating up on yourself. You're creating low self-esteem in yourself. And you're doing it very successfully. You're doing it very successfully. And the idea that spirit is involved in this tells me that some of your thoughts about what spirit is all about and what spirit expects for you is what you're actually using to beat yourself up with. Stop that. Stop that. I can tell you as a reader who works with Sacred Spirit, for every single client that I read with psychically for the tarot, I get to see those clients through Spirit's eyes. And you guys, Spirit sees us all as amazing and full of potential and recognizes our courage and our determination and our strength. I mean, Spirit recognizes all those good things in us. So, Geminis, to beat yourself up and say, oh, Spirit wouldn't like this, is not congruent with how Spirit actually sees us. Okay, so you may have some ideas about what Spirit wants from us. Maybe they came from the church. Maybe they came from your parents. Maybe they come from grandma or grandpa or aunties or uncles. But I can tell you, if you think that God is looking at you and cutting you down, source, universe, whatever word you want to use for the higher power, that's not their MO. That is not their MO. Okay, that's not their mode of operation. So it's really important here, Geminis, to recognize that if Sacred Spirit isn't cutting you down, why are you? Why are you? How much bigger is that energy than us? How much more all knowing is that energy than us? Who are you to cut yourself down if Sacred Spirit isn't? The gonad's on you. Oh my goodness. All right, let's move on. Cancer. Let's see what we have for you guys. Cancer, 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 Cancer. Here we go, guys. Nine of Vessels in reverse, Cancers. Guys, today is all about looking at ourselves and figuring out where we need to grow. This is obviously what's going on here. So, Cancers, here's what you're manifesting. You're manifesting some kind of blockage in your life. We have the Nine of Cups in reverse in this deck. If you look at the Nine of Cups right side up, you can see energy just flowing. Inspirational, truthful, energetic energy just flowing from every single container and from the character in the center. Okay? It's fabulous energy. It's, I would venture to say, even better than the Wheel of Fortune. However, in reverse, it's blockages. The energy is not flowing, it's all blocked up. And Cancers, you are creating this blockage in your own life. Look at this. You're doing it very well. We are the manifestors in our lives. You're focusing on those things that you're anxious about, or that you're fearful of, or that you don't want. And you're creating blockages so that you're not getting what you do want and what you do need. Okay? So it's time to shift that focus. And once you shift that focus, then the floodgates open. The energetic floodgates of good things start coming to you. So where your focus is right now is on what if it doesn't happen? What if it doesn't work out? What if it's not good enough? What if I'm not good enough? Nay, nay. Instead of what if, try asking yourself, wouldn't it be great if? And then fill in the blank. Wouldn't it be great if? Right? Okay, let's see what's next. Let's look at Leo's next. Gosh, we've got so many cards that just flew out. Or 5. We're not going to take that many at once. Leo, Leo. Leo, Leo. What's going on with you? What are you busting today? Dedication in reverse. Leo. Do. You have some very particular dreams, some ambitions, some aspirations. I'm not sure if you're afraid that you're going to get them or if you're afraid of not getting them. And that fear is making you act as if you're lukewarm about whatever these dreams or ambitions are. So some days you're working towards them, some days you're not. Some days you're moving forward, sometimes you're stepping backwards. This has you not making a whole lot of forward progress because you back up every time you go forward. Today is a day to look at why. What's holding you back from just going forward? What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of if you reach your goals and ambitions? What is it that keeps you from moving straight towards them? Next up, we're looking at Virgo. Virgo, Virgo. Virgo, Virgo, Virgo. Queen of Vessels in reverse. Virgos, I gotta say, I'm proud of you. We finally have something where the combination is a positive one. Now, I am gonna say it's probably not the easiest thing to be doing, but it's healthy and it's moving in the right direction at least. So with that Queen of Vessels in reverse, Virgo, what you're doing is you're recognizing where you have helped somebody, maybe even more than one somebody, so much that it was no longer help. It had become enabling. It allows them to continue their bad habits, continue their unhealthy behaviors. So where maybe originally it was help, now you're not really helping them anymore. Not in a positive way. So this talks about you coming into that point where you're recognizing, whoa, not only is what I'm doing not actually helping this other person, it's also hurting me because it's not leaving me with any time to take care of me. And so what we see you doing here is we see you standing up for yourself, standing up for your own self-care, standing up for your time. I'm hearing that there's at least one of you out there who's been giving somebody money in an effort to help them, but you haven't left yourself enough money to go buy your own medicine. You got to stop that. You got to take care of you too. And it's that person's responsibility to take care of them. So your first priority, what we see here is standing up for yourself and making yourself the first priority, not the only priority. I'm not saying that, but you're making yourself the first priority because guess what? Nobody else has you as their first priority. Only you do. Everybody else has themselves as their first priority. So if you don't put yourself first, nobody else is. And we see you standing up for that. So I'm very happy to see this. This is a nice thing to see coming up because you are standing up for yourself. You are putting yourself and your self care as a priority. And good for you. I'm hearing that it's long overdue. Long overdue. So don't back down. Keep doing that. The other people will adjust sooner or later after they get done crying and whining and realizing it's not going to do them any good. Just stick with it. All right, next up, we're looking at Libra. I feel like this is turning into a long recording. I'm only halfway through and we're at 16 minutes. Libra. Three of Stones in reverse. This is creativity in this deck. To me, this talks about collaborations. You've got collaborations that are falling apart. I think you've got some collaborations that are falling apart, and it looks to me like you're very focused on making them fall apart. Now, isn't that interesting for a Libra? Because Libras are all about partnerships and collaborations. You're going against your very own mojo by getting these things to fall apart. You could actually be improving them and making them better, but instead, you've got them falling apart. What's going on there? You want to figure out, is there a good reason to make these fall apart? And if there is a good reason to make these fall apart, why can't I just do that in a more direct and to the point way? Why do I have to do it this sideways sort of way? And if it's not good for these things to fall apart, it's time to start examining your beliefs around these partnerships and your impact on these partnerships. What are you doing to impact these partnerships and what do you need to do? Okay. All right, let's see what Scorpio gets. I have a feeling I should have my hard hat and my seatbelt on. I'm about to get slammed too, I betcha. Empowerment. Scorpios, we didn't get slammed. So far, who has not got slammed? Virgos and us. So far. Out of 7 signs. Okay, so Scorpios, what are we manifesting? We are coming into our own power. We're stepping into our own power more. And for some of us, we're stepping into our own power by empowering other people to do those things that they can do, that they have perfect authority to be doing. Now, that's not true for all of us, but for all of us, we are definitely stepping more fully into our own power. We could be improving our health. We could be improving our mental health. We could be improving our tangible situation here, improving our home, improving our vehicle, improving our network of people that we can tap into when we need to have some insights or information or help. But we are doing things today that allow us to be more empowered in the world. Sweetness. I can't wait to see how that manifests. All right, let's see about Sagittarius. 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 Okay. Endurance is the card that's coming up for you, Sagittarius. This will be the 5 of Stones. Boop-ba-da-doo-doo-doo. Sagittarius, what you're manifesting is a situation where you're waiting for something. You're telling yourself, oh, I can't manifest this quickly. It's going to take a long time. I'll just have to put up with things until I can actually manifest it the way that I would like it to be. And, that's going to be a while, but I can be patient for that. I mean, it's not a terrible attitude. It's not a terrible attitude, but I think it's important for you to realize that by having this attitude that it's going to take a long time and I'll just suffer through until what you're creating is that it's going to take a long time and what you're creating is suffering until it does manifest. So, not a terrible attitude, but definitely something where some tweaks would be beneficial. If you would like to not suffer and not wait a long time, you would like to be in peace as you wait, in satisfaction as you wait, or if you would like to wait less, there are some tweaks that could be made there. All right, who are we looking at next? Next is Capricorn. Queen of Arrows showing up in reverse, Capricorn. Capricorn, this just says that you have found yourself in a situation that made you feel more vulnerable than you liked feeling. Welcome to the human experience, right? Now, what you're doing about that, though, is you're setting boundaries, you're setting standards up higher than they used to be so that you don't find yourself in that situation again. And you're doing that very successfully. Okay? So we like that. Actually, we like that. That's a good one, Capricorn. All right. Not necessarily an easy one to do, but it still is more healthy. It's improving your health. It is growing. We like it. Next up is Aquarius. Aquarius. Nine of Bows or respect. This is respect. For me, this card talks about respect like, if you're out in the wild and you run across a snake, you show respect for the snake. You give it lots of room to do its thing. That's this kind of respect. It's like that respect of, there is something out there that has some power that I don't necessarily know if I can counter or not. And so I give it room to do its own thing without stirring it up or aggravating it. It's like not throwing a stone at a bear. You wouldn't do that. You don't want to piss it off. So, what I'm seeing here, Aquarius, with this respect and with our overall energy, is that you're going into a situation where, and this may tie in with our leap of faith actually from yesterday too, you're going into a situation where you don't know. You don't know your total environment. You don't know exactly how you're going to handle everything that comes up. And so you are respectful. You give things that look like maybe they could be dangerous a little bit of room. You don't try to pet a porcupine. So to me, you are entering into new territory. With this overall energy, you're entering into it successfully. A big part of that success as you're coming into that new territory has to do with this idea that you understand that there's a lot of stuff here that you don't understand. And so you are making space for that time that you need to learn about these things that you don't understand so that you can navigate this territory more successfully. Okay, so very good. We like that. Next up, we're looking at Pisces. And I hope I didn't confuse you with how I said that, Aquarius. Pisces, Pisces, Pisces. Let's look at you guys. Pisces. Oh, now Pisces, you guys really got a good card combination. Ten of Vessels, happiness. This is what you're manifesting today. There's something that you have been thinking, if I just could do that, if I could just have that, if I could just be this, then I would be happy, happy, happy. Well, you're doing it. You're doing it today. So you're manifesting some kind of happiness today, and this is a happiness that you have been looking forward to. expecting, working towards happiness, satisfaction, fulfillment. Any of those for me are on that positive happiness spectrum. So feeling happy, satisfied, or fulfilled today, maybe a combination of all three, actually, for some of you. We like it, we like it, we like it. And it is because of your dedication, and it is because Spirit has helped you. So that's what we've got for today, guys. I'm sorry this one is so long. I needed the time to kind of sort it all out and convey the messages to you. So anyway, there we go. If you found this helpful, please put a thumbs up on this video. If you think other people would find it helpful, share it out to the world. If there are some of you who would like to put timestamps on this one because it's a little longer, that is always welcomed. Thank you for that. And of course, feedback is always welcomed as well. And I'm doing readings and Reiki sessions, either online or on the phone today. All you have to do is reach out to me. My website is in the description box below. And then once you reach out to me, we'll get you scheduled as quickly as possible and get you taken care of. So thanks everybody for being here and have a fantastic day. Peace out.